It's your big bro. KO, listen, get ready for round 7 of the Prisoner Power Show with your big bro, KO. I got an awesome guest coming on, V Speak Life. She's in the building, and I'm telling you, man, she's going to be sharing her personal testimony. And also, she also has a non-profit organization, so she's going to be sharing her business with you guys. So make sure y'all tune in tonight, right now, on the Prisoner Power Show with your big bro, KO. V Speak Life prepared the meal for us. I'll be rubbing on.
I hope you enjoy it.
That's right. Your big bro KO ain't have to put down in the kitchen tonight. I had somebody put down for me. So you used to cook a lot for your husband and stuff when y'all was together?
I did, but he didn't like my cooking.
You didn't like it?
Mm-mm. He was a picky eater.
No.
According to him, I can't cook.
Well, y'all used to fight over meals, didn't y'all?
Not like that, because when I was ready to leave, I stopped.
Mm-hmm. So did he get mad about a lot of stuff made him mad?
Yes.
He was like he was always angry?
Yes.
Mm. How old was your son?
How old was he?
Yes.
3, 4, and 5.
Oh, okay. And he's seen a lot of this go on?
Yes.
He used to be crying?
He didn't cry so much. He didn't understand it.
You're strong, young man. In my video, in the Felicia video, yeah, the little girl, she was crying when she was seeing it. Like on one scene in the video, I actually was doing the acting. Me and a friend of mine, and in the video I grabbed her and like threw her under the, I think it was under the table. I was hitting her while she was under the table. And I grabbed her and threw her on the couch, and the little girl was looking at the door. And she put her hands over her eyes and started crying.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Some good acting. You ever thought about acting?
Not seriously.
Okay. You know, you got a story, so you gonna write a book one day?
I am in the middle of my book.
Oh, you're in the middle right now?
Yeah.
What? How much longer you think you're gonna be on it?
This summer I'll be done.
That's what's up. You got an editor and a publisher, or how you gonna self-publish, or how you gonna do it?
Self-publishing, and I have an editor. Yep.
What's your book called?
Shifted Masterpiece.
Oh, wow.
Yep. It's like the non-profit.
Do you have a book cover done yet, or you in the process?
I have a design in mind, but it's not done.
Okay. So you got to work hard at whatever you do. You know, when I picture Jesus, if he's saying work unto me, and like you're working for God, if you was working for God, you're gonna give it all you got. You're gonna work hard, right? And so that's what I get that verse from that, man. Work hard at whatever you do. And
That's right.
I just working hard, and I hurt my back, and I was like, man, I'm only getting paid $350 a week. So I quit that job and started looking for another job.
Wow.
Little did I know that the struggle was on its way, because every job I was trying to get, once I let that job go, nobody wouldn't hire me because I got felony. Man, I went through that job for a couple of years. Couldn't get a job. Nobody, even the trucking company wouldn't even hire me. The garbage truck wouldn't even hire me.
Wow.
I worked in the back of the garbage truck.
Wow.
I said, man, it's just trash. It's just throwing trash. I don't want to let me get a job to throw trash. I'm like, oh, you got a felony? No. So, the second book is about that, the struggle.
It's really important for young people to hear this story, because you never know that testimony that you have may help them to make a different decision from some decisions that they may have been making that would get them on their way to prison.
Because the thing about it is, so many people make the mistake of they'll fill out 1 or 2 applications. You know what I'm saying? And when somebody 1 or 2 applications, somebody tell them no, they go back to doing the same thing they was doing. You see what I'm saying?
It's a process to improvement.
Yeah.
It's a serious process, and when you come out, it's not gonna be easy. But you just have to keep going. Never give up.
Yo, what's up, family? It's your big bro, KO. Listen, we back with another edition of the Prison to Power show. And I got my girl, V Speak Life, right here with me. What's up, V?
What's up?
Man, I'm just chilling. See, I told y'all, we just got done eating. So we back right now. She's going to be sharing her personal testimony, what happened to her. She also going to be sharing her business entrepreneurship skills. So y'all make sure y'all get ready to tune in for the Prison to Power show with your big bro, KO. So tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, it's a nonprofit. We are 501c3 approved.
Okay.
The name is Shifted Masterpiece Incorporated. And we serve and support domestic violence survivors and at-risk youth.
Okay. So how did you get started with everything?
Well, I am a domestic violence survivor, and I noticed some little things that I wanted to do to give back to that community, and also ensure different things were managed to make sure that they're able to gain additional assistance after a 2-year period. A lot of the services that are initially provided to domestic violence survivors and their children is cut off after a certain point. So we pick up where the other services leave off.
Oh, okay. Well, I know you are definitely a victim of domestic violence. Could you go into a little bit of your story? What happened with you with that?
Well, I experienced domestic violence for 2 years in my home with my husband at the time. And over that period, I used to hide bruises all over my body, and the abuse began and ended with it becoming more and more intense, all the way to the point where my son and I escaped one night, and had I not left that particular night, we wouldn't be able to have this conversation today.
Oh man, so you almost died in the abuse.
Yes.
What happened? How did you almost die? What he did?
Well, what didn't he do that particular day? And don't get me wrong, there are many other victims that suffer more serious damage, more serious levels of abuse. I've met women that have been shot several times by their abuser. Yes.
Wow.
Shot several times and have been able to come out with no issues. They made it to be able to tell their story.
Wow, so you actually know people that been shot with a pistol by the abuser and made it out?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I've met women that have been beaten and battered for a longer period than me, that they've experienced it for over 5, 8, 10, 20 years of abuse. My situation, I experienced it for 2 years. I dated my husband, and of course he showed me a completely different side of him. He was extremely mannerable, an absolute gentleman with me. And once we were married, 2 months into our marriage, that's when the physical abuse began.
Wow.
And it didn't start off really harsh, and a lot of the time I blame myself for the thing. So I learned really quickly to pick and choose my battles.
Right.
I would say things, or whatever I did, I would just try to do anything to meet somewhere in the middle, to not have an issue with anything.
Right.
It would start with a shove. That's how it started. It started with shoves. One night, and this is 2 months in, we were traveling up 95 north, and he pulled the car over to the side of the road, and he headbutted me 3 times on the side of the road. And that was the first time that I realized I was into something that I wasn't quite sure what I had gotten myself into.
And were you bleeding when did he bust anything when he headbutted you?
The blessing in this piece, Mr. Kent, is that he gave me a really fabulous diamond ring. It was a pretty big rock. The first time he got me head on, so my nose and my face was a little ajar. No bleeding. He was bleeding because the next 2 times I was able to block, but the ring got him and gashed him on his face.
Now, anybody that was riding past, did they see it?
No, it was at night.
Okay.
We were traveling. It was really late at night, and of course it was pretty dark. We were somewhere in between Georgia and South Carolina.
Okay. Now, when we was talking earlier when we was eating, you was mentioning something about how these people that commit these kind of crimes, they are nice in the beginning. Go on about that. Tell a little bit about that.
Sure, they are really nice in the beginning stages as you're dating, and they'll lavish you with many gifts. They will be perfect gentlemen, very chivalrous, opening the doors for you, just hopeless romantics. Being into you, completely mesmerized by you. You're their everything. They're paying a lot of attention to you and just showering you with a lot of attention. And of course, I liked it. And those were the different things that captured my attention.
So y'all got to watch out for that. Y'all got to watch out for that, you know what I'm saying? Young women out there, anybody, even guys, because guys, you can be battered to by women, but you got to watch out for the niceness. That's what she's telling you right now. In the beginning, they're going to be nice now, but then after a couple months, a couple years, however long it takes, that's when the real them come out. So as far as, what do you think? You think people should like screen everybody that they dating? What do you think?
Oh, that's a good question, Mr. Kent. That's a starting point. To me, it's a starting point. Maybe it's a faux pas for some other people, but it's a starting point for me. And I would like to screen whoever I date. At least I have the option to go on and say, oh, well, they have a record of abuse here. Maybe it's not a good fit. But that does not mean that person has not changed their life around. So you really don't know a person until they show you them.
That's right. That's like me. That's like me, you know. I always give my story. I always tell my testimony about what happened to me, you know. I got amazing testimony, stuff I've been through, you know, robbing and stealing, all that crazy stuff. So if you look me up, you might see some stuff like that on that. But listen, I'm a changed man. I gave my life to God. You know, that's my past. I'm a new creature right now. So that don't mean nothing if you look at mine, but some people you definitely have to look at their background because a lot of them haven't changed. See, when I first started giving my testimony, I wasn't scared to give my testimony. I shared it. I let people know, look, I'm a 2-time loser. I'm a convicted felon. I put it in my songs. I shared everything that I did. And the reason being because I knew I had been changed. By me sharing everything and just telling everybody what I did, I knew I wasn't going back. Because if I was going back, I would have just been telling on myself. You know what I'm saying? And then people can watch out for me. The police can watch out for me. But I knew I wasn't going back. So, like she said, you definitely want to look at a person's background to see what they got. You know, I ain't got no child molestation charges, none of that crazy stuff. You know, so you ain't got to worry about that. But make sure you check out a person's background. That is really important because you never know where they come from. You know, you want to see if they got some stuff where they've been beating on women, you know, in their background, on their sheets. So it's very important. That's very important. Now, do you think do young women go through this too?
Oh, absolutely. It's prevalent in our high schools, maybe even in the middle schools now as far as abuse is concerned. And it's no telling what those children have seen in their lifetime. And that's one of the other reasons we have the at-risk youth piece as part of our For Our Shifted Masterpiece Incorporated. We want to ensure that everyone gets the type of help that they need.
That's right.
So in the teenage or in the high schools, it's going on.
Yeah.
It's definitely going on, and it starts. We have to really get out and let the girls know, the guys know, appropriate relationships that are that you should be able to have, and that, you know, anytime anyone is saying anything to you that makes you feel so bad, that's really verbal abuse.
Right.
You know, in my situation, I experienced verbal, emotional, physical, and spiritual abuse. and financial abuse. There are so many different forms. The person doesn't just have to put their hands on you to make it a form of abuse. Anytime there's not a mutually beneficial type of treatment or behavior that's going on in any situation, that's some form of damage that we want to undo.
Yeah, and I know that, definitely know that young women can go through it, because I got a song called Felicia. And basically where Felicia's about a 12-year-old girl. You know, she got pregnant at 12 years old by a 15-year-old. Her mom was a prostitute, her daddy was a pimp. So when she got pregnant, she just started doing what she seen her parents do, because she needed to get money. And she can't work at 12 years old, so what else can she do? So she found her a pimp. You know, she used to go out and prostitute, found pimps to take care of her. Her mom was a prostitute, so she started doing what her mama did. She ended up getting pregnant, like I say, from that 15-year-old. But while she was out there sleeping around with everybody, she ended up catching AIDS and dying. You know what I'm saying? So kids can be, because when she was dating these guys, you know, they was really abusive. Her dad used to beat up on her mama. She grew up watching her dad beat up on her mama. And she went through that same thing while she was dating these pimps. So I understand about kids need to hear that too. So that's good. So what advice would you give anybody out there that's going through this?
For anyone that's going through a domestic abuse situation currently, the first thing I can say, if you're like feeling you're getting ready to die, you call 911 and you do what you can to save yourself and your children. You do what you can. I don't say to anyone ever that you should leave. That's a personal choice. But if you need help and you want help, the National Domestic Violence Hotline number is 1-800-799-SAFE, SAFE. That's 1-800-799-SAFE, and it's for the National Domestic Violence Hotline. That number, they have people available 24 hours a day to assist and serve anyone that needs assistance immediately. They also have a website, and you can just go and get checked out with them. They'll be able to give you immediate support, help you find a safe shelter, a safe home, a safe place. But that's the first thing, is that you want to find some form of safety, especially when you feel that your life is in danger.
If anybody out there want to reach out to you, you know, and get some help from you, are they able to do that?
Yes, they can contact me through our website. We have a form there for you to fill out for Shifted Masterpiece. It's www.shiftedmasterpiece.org, and our number is area code 678-404-9051.
All right, so is that all? All the information, like if they wanted to reach out to you on social media or anything?
Yes, we're available on all platforms. I am V Speak Life, and I am available on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as V Speak Life. And Shifted Masterpiece is Shifted Masterpiece Incorporated on Facebook and Instagram, and on Twitter, of course, because we have to shorten the name. The name is a little long. They don't want us to be fabulous and great. So,
I understand.
no, shout out to Twitter. Our handle on Twitter is S Masterpiece. So it's a little different. But everywhere else is Shifted Masterpiece Incorporated. You can find us right there.
That's right. Y'all heard it where y'all can find it. Now tell us a little bit about this event that you have on the weekend where I'm supposed to be coming and performing and stuff at too. So let everybody know about that so we can get everybody out there.
Yes, sir, Mr. Kent. We have a great time on first Saturdays. That's when we have our open mic night.
That's right.
The open mic is to offer domestic violence awareness, and we do it at Taste of Paradise in Lilburn, Georgia. Every first Saturday from 7:30 to 10. So we have spoken word artists, musicians, comedians to come out, and we have so much fun. It's a really good time, and I'm going to be looking for you to come and offer some musical talent there. We're ready to hear it.
That's right. That's right. I'm going to be out there. I can share my testimony too?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to come out there and share my testimony and give them a little bit of soaring. You know, get out there and have them soaring out there. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So all right, what's the directions or the information you can get them to get there?
Oh, sure. So the address is 4805 Lawrenceville Highway. That's 4805 Lawrenceville Highway, Lilburn, Georgia. And the name of the restaurant is A Taste of Paradise. It's a Jamaican restaurant. The food's pretty great. And we would love, love, love to have you all to come out. Even if you have never done open mic before, don't worry, because we make you feel really comfortable with it. So we have a lot of first timers to come. We even had a guy come out and write a poem on his receipt from the restaurant, and he got up and performed for us that night. So it's pretty dope. We have a great, great time. It's just a relaxed, laid-back atmosphere, and we treat everybody like family. So come on out and have a good time. First Saturday at 4805 Lawrenceville Highway, Lilburn, Georgia.
Okay, y'all heard it. Y'all heard the address. Y'all heard the time. Y'all heard all the information about it. So we definitely want to see y'all out there. Is there anything else that you would like to tell anybody out there? You know, any women out there about the domestic violence? You know, if they're going through it, any last information you'd like to share with them?
Yeah, so with just a couple things. So we also have a play that's coming. My 17-year-old niece wrote a play. Actually, when she was 16, she wrote the play. The title of the play is Bruised But Not Broken, and we'll be putting that production on in October for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And we also have a family day that's coming. So for the family day, we'll have hopefully maybe Mr. Kenna come and perform for us. Right. But it's going to be a really big day with art classes, painting classes, cooking classes. We're going to have some more spoken word artists, musicians performing, comedians performing. But it's all to promote domestic violence awareness during Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And it's just a big, fun family day. And we're also going to have a self-defense and safety class to offer the community as well, and a health class. So you asked me what other advice could we offer. One of the other things that helped me get out of my situation or to not be as badly beaten up was me taking care of my body at the time. I was walking a lot. I eventually got my walk up to a jog, and I was able to physically defend myself a little better than I was when I was not working out. So being able to take care of your body, if you can, if you're allowed. These were things that I had to do secretly without him knowing about different things or physical activities I was doing to try to be a little stronger than I was before. So if I could offer any other advice, is one, take care of your body as best as you can. Make sure you're taking care of your children as best as you can. They don't come with manuals.
Right.
Nor does marriage. Right? It doesn't come with an instruction manual. So we do the best that we can with the tools that have been provided to us. So I've given out the National Domestic Violence Hotline number. You can also reach me. Again, that number is 678-404-9051. That will contact me directly if you need any type of assistance. I can direct you to any resources that may be available for your situation. Every situation is different, Mr. Kent. Every situation is different. Every home is different, and every lifestyle and pattern is a little different. Everyone has their unique situation going on, but the consistent part is that there is some form of abuse going on. If you're in some physical danger, again, you call 911 and you get the help that you need. I cannot tell you to leave, but I can tell you that there are resources available to help you. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to feel like you have to do this alone. There is a lot of support here for you when you're ready.
Now, did you get any broken bones or broken arms through all of this?
Sprain. So, of course, it was a 2-year time period that I was experiencing the physical trauma. It started off with him pushing me against the wall, and it just escalated up to him scarring my body. Like, so I would hide bruises all over my body. I had 4 different occasions sprained. 2 sprained wrists and sprained ankles from different forms of abuse from physical activity from him. The night that I escaped from our home was the worst night. Over the 2-year time span, he began to punch me in my face.
Wow.
Just punching me. Ironically, I never had scars on my face, and I never had to walk around with shades or glasses on to hide anything. But except for this one night in particular, I thought I was making an escape plan, but my plan did not work out the way that I thought that it would. I couldn't leave it out. I thought I was going to have to wait until my lease was up with our apartment or in our house, and it just didn't turn out that way, because the night that I was able to get my son and I away, he brutally attacked me.
Wow.
He left me blinded for 2 weeks. My face was severely scarred.
You was blind?
Yes.
Wow.
Because my eye was swollen shut from it for that first a little less than a week.
Both eyes was
just
both
the
eyes?
one eye. But he scarred the inside of my eye. So he scratched the inside he scratched it out.
Wow.
Right. So I couldn't, it took time for that piece of my eye.
How did he scratch? You meant scratch it out with his nails or with
Right.
What?
like a clawing type.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it, is that he clawed my eye out.
Now, do you got any brothers?
I do have brothers.
Yeah, how did your brothers feel about that?
They were upset.
Yeah.
Extremely upset.
Yeah.
Extremely
I
upset.
bet they wanted to jump on them, didn't
Of course.
they? Yeah.
Of course. They're my big brothers.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So of course they go into protective mode, and what saved that from happening or prevented that from happening was me just letting them know that I've moved on. I have forgiven my ex-husband for what he's done to me, and we're at peace with it. Everything that happened, God he was through it. He was there through it all. He allowed me to come out of the situation, and then go on and to live a blessed life. My son and I, we're blessed.
So what religion are you?
I'm a Christian.
You're a Christian?
Yes.
All right. So you definitely believe in forgiveness.
Absolutely.
That's right. Because what to do when you forgive somebody is, that person that moved on. The person that done it, they done moved on. Going on with their life. But the person that haven't forgiven, they still going through and holding that in their heart. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So now they still battling that, but the person that did it, they enjoying life, just going on. So basically forgiving them and turning it over to God, let God handle it.
Let him handle it.
Now you can move on with your life and
That's
enjoy
right.
your life and don't have to stress over that. So that was good. You forgave him for that.
That's right.
That's right.
And that you don't, when you harbor ill will towards people, it kills you and it eats your inside
That's right.
out. So if you want to live without any damage to your internal organs, and without the stress that causes more depression, it causes more heartache, more grief, more pain, you have to release yourself of all of that ill will. The more you release it, and it doesn't happen overnight.
Correct.
It takes time.
That's right.
It takes time for you to relieve yourself over it. I'm able to sit here and talk to you about it now because I went to counseling to help me get over everything that happened to me. PTSD was a issue. I had PTSD. I'm over it now, though, because I'm able to move forward with my life. They're not holding me back from anything. I don't have to worry about them anymore. And I used to be afraid. I used to look over my shoulder. Even though I had a restraining order against them, I would still be so afraid of what would happen to me. I was pretty much in hiding. But what I realize now is that I do not have to hide, because I have a Savior. I have a powerful being that sits, watches, looks over, and protects me every step of the way. I do not have to worry about anyone coming to harm me, because I have faith and I trust and believe and I stand on the promises of God that He will take care of me and my son, and we don't have to worry about anything. He said that He would supply all of our needs, and I believe and trust that will happen. So once I was able to get out and free myself of all of the different things that I thought would happen, looking over my shoulder, wondering is he hiding in the bushes, or is he doing something else, getting ready to come and attack us again. I didn't have to worry about that. And once I did that, it's like this big weight that's lifted off of your shoulders, because you allow God then to step in and take care of all of the things that you thought was going to happen to you. God will come in and protect you. He will keep you. He will hold you. He will make sure that you are not worried about anything. He's there with you the whole time.
Give the audience one more time, the viewer audience, information and last words, and take us out of here.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kent. Again, the nonprofit organization is Shifted Masterpiece Incorporated, and we are a 501c3 approved organization. Our website is www.shiftedmasterpiece incorporated. We serve and support domestic violence survivors and at-risk youth. We host an open mic night every first Saturday of every first Saturday in Little Bern, Georgia, at a Taste of Paradise. It's a Jamaican restaurant. That's a Taste of Paradise. The address is 4805 Lawrenceville Highway, Little Bern, Georgia. The number to contact me, I'm V Speak Life, and that number is area code 678-404-9051. And again, I'm V Speak Life, reaching out to you to say to speak life and not strife.
That's right, that's right, that's right. And y'all heard it from your big bro KO and V Speak Life.
This song is for all the single mothers out there raising the babies on their own, that's going through abuse, baby fathers locked up and not around. I know it's hard out there, but you gotta keep your head up. Black Arsenal. You gotta stay strong. I want you to learn from police mistakes and don't make the same mistakes. Let's go.
Something we need to talk about. I gotta get this message out. Being safe is what it's all about. If you don't wanna take police ride, I watch police cry. I watch police die. I saw police fight. Now put the light up to the sky. If you respect police's life.
Alicia got a baby, but she barely got a brain. She had a baby when she was only 13. Her baby daddy was a thug, he always sold drugs. He couldn't escape the system, so they had to lock him up. Her mama was a hoe, her daddy was a pimp. Her dad would beat her mom in comas. Wimp, what kind of man would beat a woman through a bloody pole? Only a coward in my eyes who might aspire. She grew up thinking that it was okay to take a whooping. That if a man beat a woman, then that mean he loved her. When the only time he loved her was undercover. She didn't tell him he had AIDS, he never wore a rubber.
Something we need to talk about. I gotta get this message out. Being safe is what it's all about. If you don't wanna take police ride, I watch police cry. I watch police die. I saw police fight. Now put the light up to the sky. If you respect police's life.
He never spent no time with her cause he ran the streets. When that baby wanted food, there was nothing to eat. DCF wasn't enough, Alicia had habits. She had started using drugs, so she had to have it. She was big for her age with some big hips. Small waist, long hair with some little lips. Her mama taught her early how to work a private part. Her daddy taught her how to get the money before she started. This was all she ever knew as far as work go. Too young to get a 9 to 5, so she became a hoe. Sleeping around with different men, that was trace of age. She was having a protected sex and caught AIDS.
Something we need to talk about. I gotta get this message out. Being safe is what it's all about. If you don't wanna take police ride, I watch police cry. I watch police die. I saw police fight. Now put the light up to the sky. If you
her baby, where she dead and gone. She questioned God for the answers, never got them though. She started losing weight along with the hair on her head. Walking the streets at night looking like the Walking Dead. Her daddy cussed her out and threw her and her baby out. She couldn't make no money, that was all he cared about. Her mama didn't say a word when he kicked her out. She was too scared that he would've punched her in the mouth. But Lisa got